G'day curd nerds. Today I thought I'd show something that I bought recently that hopefully will fix some of my cheese making problems. Not problems per se, it's more of a time saving instrument. So this is not a sponsored video. There will be, however, a link down in the description below, an affiliate link where I get a small commission. But StirMate, who is the company that make the smart pot stirrer, didn't send it to me, bought it myself. I just wanted to test it out to see if it was worth what I thought it was and whether or not it would work with cheese making. It does say on the top that it works for stews, soups, risotto, sauce, oatmeal, pudding, jellies, jams, chocolate, popcorn, brittle candy, caramel, yogurt and cheese, and much, much more. So I wanted to test it. So I did in the last batch. I've been making lots of cheeses since the start of the new year, but I wanted to show you whether this worked or not. So let's just check what's in the box. It's a pretty simple little device, certainly not fancy, but it does the trick, I think. So in the box you get a user manual thing. You get some plastic stirring bits that you connect to it and it does stirring, but I wasn't really interested in that because my pot is massive and it really didn't do what I wanted it to do. The Australian version's got the Australian pin, but wherever you buy it on Amazon, you'll get whatever plug you get. So nice little charger. It's got an internal lithium-ion battery. There's an extra bit that goes into the stirrer if your pot's a bit bigger, and just like that, goes around and around. But I'm not using that bit. And then there's the device itself, which clamps onto the pot. So I got my trusty 4-gallon pot, and basically you clamp it on the side like that. Now it does adjust. You can put it all the way to the center, which is good. It says on the packet it only does up to 5-gallon pots. So this is a 4-gallon pot, so it's perfect. The battery apparently lasts for about 10 hours. I probably used it for about 45 minutes and there was no issue whatsoever. So the attachment that I will be using today is a thing called the Omni XL. So Omni XL, and that's an extension to this device. And apparently this works a lot better with larger pots. So what's this got in it? I'll just move that out the way. It's got some instructions, of course. Well, I've already read those. So you get this little stainless steel shaft, which is good. And on the end of it, it's got a little silicone tip, which protrudes past the stainless steel bit. So that's really good because it doesn't scratch your pot. Your pot doesn't get scratched. Anyway, so to assemble it, it's so simple. So, oops, so simple, Gav made a mistake. Right, there we go. So you adjust it to the size of the pot that you want. Now, I found that every second one worked better. So like that. And then that way. Oops. So I'm just squeezing these together so it just fits in the holes. So like that. And then lucky last, what do we want? That way. Well, that one. There we go. So that's basically your stirrer and that spins around. Now you can adjust it, obviously just pull it in and out for the pot size. So let's just do that. So for the pot size that I've got there, that's pretty well, I can adjust them out a little bit. I'll just put the rod in the center and I'm just moving these out so they go all the way out. So all you do, because there's a little adapter that comes with it that the normal StirMate doesn't have, and it looks like it's stuck in there. Little adapter that goes in there that fits into this. So you simply clip that into the StirMate, put the rod through it, clip it on the side of the pot, and adjust it until it's about in the center. Just sliding this in and out. There we go. And it's got a little knob on the end, which is a variable resistor. There we go, and it goes around and around. Now, I've got it out too far on that one because it's hit the thing. There we go, let's have another go. So as far as speed goes, you know, you can go at a snail's pace, or that's as fast as it goes. With cheese making, you don't want it to go much further than that, faster than that, that's for sure. Anyway, let me just show you how I used it during cheese making and the sorts of issues that I had and some of the benefits I found by using the StirMate. So basically, when I put it into the pot, I found that the curds were a little bit too chunky, I suppose. They really hadn't expelled enough whey. So they're kind of clumping together when I put this in initially. Then as I progressed through the make, I then took this out because it was clumping too much. So I just removed it from the pot and basically stirred it by hand just for about 2 or 3 minutes just to free up the curds so they would stir through properly. And then I put the StirMate back in again and then let that run for the 15 minutes that I needed to use it for during the cheese make. As I needed to stir further, I found that as the curds started getting smaller, there was a tendency to clump in the bottom of the pot. It didn't seem to matter what speed I had it on, the curds started to mat together, and I found that was a bit troublesome because what I had to do was basically take the StirMate out of the pot again, break the curds up with my hands, and then put it back in and then let it stir again. Now, if you're having trouble standing for a long time, then this is probably a good investment. If you have curds that tend to mat together pretty quickly, then yeah, this is probably not for those types of cheese makes, but certainly for cheeses like hard Italian cheeses where you have to stand there for, you know, at least an hour stirring, then it's probably of good benefit. I think I will I'll definitely use it in some of the cheese makes that I'll be doing during 2023. But for those really quick cheeses, like the one I was demonstrating it with, I probably wouldn't use it, I'd just stir, because I only had like 30 minutes of stirring. But when the stirring gets excessive, this is certainly a pretty good tool to use. One thing that I would like this to do was, as it was stirring one way, it would be really good and probably stop the curds from matting together over the long period, is if it reversed automatically, say once every minute or once every 2 minutes. That would be absolutely perfect. Now, it doesn't do that. I might reach out to StirMate and see if there's any plans for updating these things to do that. Because I think this is the 3rd generation. But yeah, if there was an option, a little switch for it to reverse the motor every 1 to 2 minutes, then that'd be perfect. The curds wouldn't mat at all, so we wouldn't have too many troubles. Anyway, that's the StirMate. Like I said, there'll be some links in the description down below that are Amazon affiliate links, and I'll put as many countries as I can. So you can pick this up if you want to use this tool. Like I said, I don't recommend it for curds that are going to clump together pretty quickly, but I do recommend it for those sorts of curds that are a lot smaller and need to be stirred through for longer periods of time. It'll probably prevent shoulder strain and that sort of thing. So yeah, pretty good tool. And I hope that just by reviewing this, the StirMate, that you'll get some benefit out of it. Anyway, thanks for watching, Curd Nerds, and I'll see you next time.